Hi, it's Diederik Gelderman here, and if you've had a read of the blog today, you'll see that my gift to you is attached as a PDF. Please print it out and use it, and I'll go through and explain exactly what to do with it just here and now. That is one of the most powerful tools that actually exists in my arsenal. It doesn't look like much when you print it out and have a look at it, you know, a sheet of paper with some lines on it. But when I start working with my one-on-one coaching clients, this is where we start, because this opens up a lot of the fundamental opportunities that exist in every practice every day. So let me explain what I mean there. You do a certain amount of marketing, whether it's passive or active, you know, passive being keeping your premises looking nice and getting word of mouth out there. Active may be Facebook, it may be YouTube, it may be ads in the paper or letterbox drops or whatever. But you do marketing, and from that marketing you get client phone calls coming in your door. Now, a lot of these phone calls are inquiry phone calls, and our industry perceives inquiry phone calls as being price shoppers. Yes, sure, some of them are hard-nosed price shopper, no question about that at all. But that really is only few of them. The bulk of these guys and gals are really after developing a relationship and wanting some advice, and then eventually coming in to have a visit with you. Now, let's put some numbers on this. Let's assume you get 20 of those phone calls in your practice every week. 20 phone calls a week. The average practice converts 2 of those phone calls to clients. 2 to clients. The average practice converts about 2 out of every 10. So 2 out of 10, that's about 4 of those inquiry phone calls that turns into someone coming into your practice. So there's 16 of those people that haven't been serviced. Let's assume, let's be really hard-nosed about this, and let's say 6 of these are hardcore price shoppers. Hardcore price shoppers, and all they're after is the lowest price. And we don't want them as clients anyway. So that leaves 10. That leaves 10 that have come to you, rung up, and there's no appointment being made. You can so easily convert at least half of those 10 to clients coming in your door. So that's 5. Now, when you consider that in Australia and in the States and New Zealand and in Europe, roughly, the average client will spend $500 a year. Okay, $500 a year. So if you multiply 5 a week times 52 weeks, that's 250 clients at $500 a year. That's a lot of money. That's leaving your practice every day. So that's why I've got this worksheet for you. And there's 2 phone logs here. The first one is the simple phone log, and don't try and worry too much about looking at it. I'll go through it on the board here in a sec. The first one is the simple phone log, and the second one is the more complex or the advanced phone log. The difference between the two is that the advanced phone log, right at the end here, has the question, was information sent in the mail, yes or no? Now let's not worry about that for the minute. Let's go to the simple phone log, and let's talk about how to fill that out. So the simple phone log starts off with the date. So what you should have is you should have one of these next to every phone in your practice, and all the person does is pick up one of these and fill it in. First thing they do is fill in the date. Then they put their name or their initials. Then there's 3 columns, and they're the reason for the inquiry column. By all means, change it if you like, but the idea of this phone log is it's really super simple, and your staff can fill it out in 15 seconds flat. So the 3 reasons for the inquiry are vaccination, spay castrate or spay neuter if you like, and an appointment, whether that's for a consultation or something else. So all the person needs to do is tick one of those 3 columns, really super easy. And then The third group of columns here, or the next group of columns, is was an appointment made, yes or no. Very easy, just tick the box. So, date, initials, reason, and appointment. And just, you know, date and initials, reason, tick one of the three boxes, and was an appointment made, yes or no. Very easy. So, what you need to do is have these next to the phone for 2, 3, 4 weeks and tally them up at the end of every day or every week. Now, what phone calls do you record? You record the inquiry phone calls, the price inquiry phone calls. They go something like, what do you charge? What do you charge for? What does it cost? How much are you going to charge me? That sort of phone call. You don't log people that are ringing up and saying, hey, I want to make an appointment for X, Y, Z. You want the price shopper phone calls. Now, the average practice will book 2 out of 10. The average practice will book 2 out of 10 of those inquiry phone calls. Practice that's doing well will book 4 out of 10. Now, the target that I work with my coaching clients and that we achieve really easily, is 6 to 7 out of 10. Now, do the maths. If each of these clients spends $500 a year, you do the numbers. You do the numbers, okay? Now, let's talk about the more advanced phone log, and this is advanced. When you send some information in the mail, you will actually bounce this up from 6 or 7 out of 10 to 8 to 9 out of 10. Okay? That's more advanced. I'll talk about it later on. But for the minute, all you need to do is fill in this simple phone log, the first page, the simple phone log. Do the numbers on your own practice and calculate how many dollars are slipping through the cracks from those non-booked phone calls every single week. Now, typically in most practices, it's $30,000 to $40,000. Hey, there's 3 months holiday, Mr. Owner, Dr. Owner, Mrs. Owner. There's 3 months holiday. There's a locum vet, a relief vet to support you when you're on holidays. There's an extra 3/4 of a surgical nurse or a tech or a receptionist. There's an ultrasound, a new ultrasound machine. Okay, it's a lot of money. And simple training will go from 2 out of 10 to 4 out of 10 to 6 out of 10 to 7 or 8 out of 10. Alrighty, so one last thing I'll say is individual phone log or individual tally per person answering the phone. You'll find some receptionists and some nurses are extraordinarily good at booking, and you'll find that others just haven't had enough training and are not very good. So that's it for today. My gift to you is potentially $30,000 to $40,000 a year when you apply and start using the phone logs. Diederik Gelderman over and out. Bye for now.